This is going to blow your mind. The number one tip that I can give you for weightlifting if you are a intermediate or an advanced level lifter. Now, what I mean by that, I'm not talking about how much weight you can lift or if you've been to national or international comps. I'm talking about, have you been weightlifting, so have you been snatching or clean and jerking for at least 18 months? Okay, do you have an understanding of what the snatch and the clean and jerk is? Okay, if you do, then this one's for you. The number one tip that I can give you is stop watching videos on weightlifting tips. Now, there's an irony behind that, I get it, but hear me out. Now, once you can snatch and clean and jerk, okay, so we'll take the snatch as the example. Once you can move properly, once you can hit the positions, once you can hit the bottom of your overhead squat, ass to grass, once you can make that bar move properly without many faults, you are potentially like sound at the movement. You can do the movement itself. Your progression to get you from where you are to sort of like 20, 30, 40 kilograms more is not going to be down to technique. There may be a little bit, okay? There may be a few little cues, and don't get me wrong, like being coached will help enormously, but you need to basically get stronger. You can't get stronger if you're too busy thinking about all these little adjustments that can possibly make your snatch better. So, as an example, this is something that had a massive impact on my lifting for a good 2 to 3 year period. So, as an example, I haven't PB'd my snatch in 3-4 years nearly. The reason is, up to the point where I hit my last personal best, I was just in like this flow state of lifting. Okay, I was obviously following my program. I was just training. Okay, and I was getting stronger. I was getting better. I was getting better at pulling, better at catching. I was faster. I was stronger, and as a result, I was able to hit the snatch that I hit. After that, I basically started going down the rabbit hole. I started watching as many videos as I could on YouTube and Instagram. I was looking at tips and hints off as many different coaches as I could find. And that has stunted my progress for 2 to 3 years. It is unbelievable. And it's only recently, I'm talking like the last 6 months, that it started to come back up. I am still no way near that snatch that I hit 3 to 4 years ago. It's coming back up, don't get me wrong. Like recently I've been hitting numbers that I haven't hit in years, but it's nowhere near what it was. Again, the reason is I was trying to play with stuff and mess with stuff that doesn't need it, okay? Even my coach can vouch for this. He'll tell you that like I'm a nightmare for it. I'll see something and go, ooh, maybe if I tweak my snatch setup like this, or I change my foot position, or I pull differently, or I catch differently, or I change my fucking head position, maybe that'll help. Let's move my hands in a little bit. Let's move them out a bit. Let's do some more this in my program, that in my program. Fucking just stop fucking with it. Literally stop fucking with it. And the problem is, you open Instagram or open YouTube, you see a coach that you like, and they're talking about a particular fault. Now, you might not be displaying that fault. That might not be something you have an issue with, but they go through a couple of cues that, yes, can be really good at fixing the fault they're talking about. And then the next day, you're like, I'm snatching tomorrow. I think I might try that. Yeah, like when I'm snatching, I might think about, I don't know, keeping the bar a little bit closer when it passes the knee. I might think about doing X, doing Y, doing Z. And then the next thing, rather than doing 3 snatch doubles at 85% and just focusing on making each rep as clinical and as effective as possible, you're having a conversation with yourself halfway through the lift going, right, now I've passed the knee, keep that bar a little bit closer. And it just fucking ruins the lift. Like a snatch and a clean and jerk, it's something that once you can do it, you just have to then do it. Yes, you can arguably think about one thing at a time. Okay, so in your setup, you can think about, right, I need to drive through my legs, I need to keep my back tight, so on and so forth. But as soon as you start fucking with it and adding too many variables into it and too many things to think about, the whole thing just becomes a car crash. So this has had a massive impact on me, and I know it has a massive impact on other people as well. So by all means, expand your weightlifting knowledge. Be aware of all these different techniques and these different things that coaches are talking about, but don't let it ruin your own weightlifting. There are certain things that you can take, but once your snatch is good enough, just do the work and get stronger. just literally do the work and get stronger. I am currently banning myself from adjusting my snatch and clean and jerk, okay? It is what it is now. My technique is good enough. I just need to get better and stronger. And I'm only gonna do that by ignoring all the noise. It's a really weird thing, okay? But trust me, just think about just doing the work. Just literally do the work. You've got your technique now, just get stronger and get better.